Okay, so I know it's a bit late. Like, just a little bit. You know? Tiny, itty bit late for to be doing this. But fuck it, I want to get this done tonight. There's no two frickin' ways about it. So, this is it. I'm gonna fucking do it. Yeah. So we're gonna do this. With that in mind, here we go. Transition, and here we go. Just a little bit. Actually, you know what? I'm into voice chat, Vic. You know to one. You gonna join me, or you got something else you're doing right now? I don't care either way, I'm just asking. No, curiosity's sake. But anyway, when we last off, I got the yellow gem in the lab. And did I get the yellow? Okay, I got the purple gem here. Okay, let's just... Let me just have a quick... It's a boss, so we wouldn't have a gem. The lab. Castle machinery. Jaws of darkness. Lights out. Gem. 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 Well, if you want to play Bloodborne, then play Bloodborne. I won't ask anything else of you. Gem. 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 No, that's a boss, so no gem. 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 Okay. So, we have all but exactly one gem. And that gem is in the level Fumbling in the Dark. I hate that level. This was the final level for me every single time I played this. This is... Fuck this level. Fumbling in the Dark. God damn it, here we go. And my life count has been reset to 4, so that's even better. 6. 7. Oh man, oh man. The memories with this level. Oh, the terrible memories. They come back to haunt me. And I hate this level because of them. Oh no! How did I do that? Well, there's a check. It begins. Come to think of it, it is probably appropriate that I'm doing the fumbling in the dark level this late at night. When it's dark out. Fuck me. It's like Cortex, couldn't you install any sort of lighting in your castle aside from like bare bones candles? You know, you cheaped out when you asked the electrician how much work it would take to actually update this place. It was just like, $15,000. Fuck no, I'll keep that money to myself and build my own army. I don't need the extra lighting. My minions? Who cares what they think? You know what really doesn't help is I just don't have enough lives for this right now! I hate to waste all my time life grinding, but I'm gonna have to because this is fumbling in the mother frickin' dark. So we're gonna start revisiting stages just to collect Wumpa Fruit and extra 1-ups. Because, fuck me. This game couldn't actually save your goddamn life count. Saved life count. This might not be so bad, but no. So much for grinding for lives when that's the first one I'm gonna have and lose right there. I'll just keep collecting Wumpa Fruit. These peach apple things with their purple innards. If I had more time, I would have probably done this beforehand off screen, but it's late, so I wanted to get this done as quickly as possible. So, screw me, right? And everything stinks of pizza. Actually, how's the game volume? Is that coming in alright? I had someone complaining about that before. I think that was just primarily because I had the AC on in the background. Actually, hold on. What the hell am I doing? I just realized something incredibly stupid on my behalf. Alright, let me turn it up a little bit then. How's that? Dang nabbit. Okay. Now, time to wake up from my stupidity and go to life grind at the one place that's incredibly easy to do that with. Especially since I have the green gem. Done. Of course, I can only do that once. That's the most fucking annoying thing. Alright, let's try this all over again. I'm glad they replaced this Aku Aku thing with the Firefly in later games. Because this is... attaching Aku to my light source is utter pain. Especially since it means I can't get multiple Aku Aku masks at the same time and then gain invincibility. You never hear that many times in a row with regular Aku Aku mask collection, and when you do, it usually ends with that invincibility chime. Fuck's sake. And you'd think, after playing Stormy Ascent, that this would be easy. It tickles my nose to do that. I don't know why I'm doing that. You know, I hung on the wall there. Why couldn't have you just given that one to me? You know, as annoying as this is, as irritating as this is, I just beat Storming Ascent, so I don't feel fucking anything right now. I'm just numb. I beat that stage. Fuck this one. Just fuck it. It's like sod all. I don't care. I'm just. All of my because screw it. I don't care. I can. Yeah. You know, dealing with a faulty USB connection is more annoying than this. Which is another reason why this is kind of late, because I've had to futz about with the USB cables trying to get one of my things to work. Because for some reason it decided to go on the fritz on me! How about that? What? Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
You alright?
Stream froze up there for a bit.
Ah.
For me, like, no, I didn't even pause it. I meant to mute it so that I could hear things instead of not stream. There we go.
I can hear the echo.
How is there an echo? I turned everything off. There can't be an echo.
Okay, there was there for a moment, but there ain't anymore. So there's that. Right, so this fucking level.
Yeah, the good level, the good stuff, the great stuff.
The awesome stuff.
Get that checkpoint. Around that. This is the level that I couldn't bear to watch the last time we played it, and I just left the room.
Yep. Ah, he, ha, who. Ooh! How? No! I got so far.
We tried so hard and got so far, but in the end...
It doesn't even matter.
Man, I must be really far behind. Let me refresh the page again. I must be really far behind if you died. Yep, there you died.
Yeah, I don't know what your connection is like over there. Can't be any worse than me being on a non-direct connection.
Pretty delayed.
Also, hi, Nuck.
See
Hello.
there?
Do you not see Son of Nuck in chat?
Oh, that... Are we game overing to move forward again today?
That may ultimately end up being the case. Oh, I forgot to show you. I drew that. I showed that to Vic, but I drew a picture based on what happened in the one stream that you were in.
I can just like upload that to Showcase here.
Shit.
Okay, is that okay? I just put that there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, upload it to the Showcase. How did I manage that? Completely in the dark. Like, completely in the dark. I could not see anything. How did I do that? I didn't. That's how. Which showcase did you put it in?
Just the one here on the channel. The
ah, there it is.
yeah, there we go. I like that.
If I'd colored that in.
Said you wanted to redo it though? I don't know what's wrong with it, man. What's good to me?
I just don't like the angle.
Okay. Begone, Bandicoot!
Be gone, you useless sack of fur!
Okay, YouTube is screwing up a lot for me today.
Wonderful. What am I doing? Yeah. Again, if I had colored that in, it would be pretty obvious, but as it is... I'm going to play Fumbling in the Dark on PS1. All good luck with that. I don't know if it can be any harder. It's a game of memorization, like most of these platforming challenge here, on how to really get through them. That's pretty much all it was with Stormy Ascent. Although I will say that the bonus stage, the Nitro Sobrio bonus stage of Stormy Ascent, that's just dick.
Shit.
It's just like, that's nothing but dick moves. Like, right up until the end. Oh, did I not even mention? We do have a PS4 and a copy of the Crash Insane Trilogy now. And I've had a chance to play Stormy Ascent this evening.
Yeah, I'll be doing that after.
Sometime later, we'll be doing the Insane Trilogy. Hold my beer. Did you even get into the stuff that you got while we were at Casey's?
Yes, I just finished it.
Oh.
It said it was blood orange, but it didn't taste a damn thing like blood orange. It just tasted like lemonade again.
Maybe they're either mislabeling or...
Can you actually hear me? I have the mic clear over here.
I can barely hear you.
I'm not sure where to position it because I still want to play Bloodborne, but the TV's over there and computer monitor is over here.
Don't worry about it.
And my headphones have a long cord, so they're stretching really far.
Oh, great. Here we go again. And there we go.
I could just have the speakers on, but there'll be an echo.
Ugh. Actually, I don't know why Snapple has those weird factoids on the inside of him, but the one I got this time was something incredibly... It's just pointlessly stupid, although it does make me scratch my head. Kangaroos can't walk backwards. It's just like,
Really?
Who cares?
Well, I mean, do kangaroos even walk?
No, I would assume that they just hop.
Do they hop? Do kangaroos even walk?
Whoa. Gunshot and scream outside. I hope I heard wrong. I hope you did too. That's... Jesus. I got distracted there for a second. trying to read that comment. Day I said Fush crashed in is the day my friend introduced me. Stormy said, but no worries, I played Instant Trilogy. I love it. Oh, that's good. I mean, I still think, for the sake of Crash 1, that the Insane Trilogy is overall your best experience with it, because this...
Want to perfect the original Crash? Oh.
Yeah. So here's the thing about the Insane Trilogy versus the original version of Crash 1. In the original version of Crash Bandicoot 1, for those currently watching this that are unaware, despite the fact that I've been doing a series on it for quite a while, in order to get any gems in any of the levels, for any reason, you basically have to do a 100% perfect run with no deaths. Because if you die, except past the point where you... Alright, this is another odd rule. If you die after you hit your first checkpoint, the boxes you collected up to that point won't count.
They don't.
And it's not even... it's... Even that is point... to be clear, even if you backtrack to get the boxes that you... and manage to get the boxes that you were unbroken before hitting that checkpoint, it still won't count. Like, if you die... The thing... It counts you that, like, once you die after hitting your first checkpoint, you're not allowed to get the gem. So you have to restart the stage from the beginning. And you have to do this on every single stage. Now, the Insane Trilogy does have a couple of instances where you... specifically for the colored gems where you have to do that. But the overall game, I am thankful, does not do that. So, if you... for most stages, if you hit a checkpoint, it will save your box tally.
Okay. Oh, the disc is sitting over there. Hang on, I just gotta set my headphones down.
Okay. Shit. Whoa, what the heck? I think I only wasted 30 lives on Stormy Ascent, and any of the... probably more than that if you count the amount of times I died in that bonus stage. But since the bonus stage...
Least you managed to finish it in one night.
Yeah, I managed to finish it in one sitting. Thankfully.
I mean... as it goes for, like, us guys... That's pretty good.
Yeah.
As it goes for me, I probably would have been like, even if I was remotely good at Crash, which I'm not, I probably would have been more like 60. I'm not good at platformers.
Yeah.
That's your thing, not mine.
Considering the number of indie platformers you pick up, it's a wonder why
I buy all the platformers and then I never play them.
Or you play them and you're shit at them.
Yes.
But don't worry, I think Owl Boy will be easy for you since you fly.
Fly!
Well, it just reminds me of all the games we really should Let's Play or return to Let's Playing when we can. Sly Cooper 1 through 4 and Sly 5, Sony, please.
Sly?
I'm guessing they're just talking about like an HD remake.
I think they might HD remake Sly. I thought, was that latest Sly game that came out a reboot? It wasn't, was it?
I don't know.
Which reminds me, I have a PS4 now, so I can play the latest Sly game. I didn't even think about that. Wait, did the latest Sly game get released? I thought there was a PS4 one that was going to come out. I don't know if it got released yet or not.
I don't... Frick. I don't even know how I intend to get around to the Sly Cooper. Actually, are you still watching the stream on YouTube?
Oh wait, this guy just... Okay, that's the reason you mentioned Sly, because this guy said there was... Is there a Sly 5 being made?
But yeah, are you still watching the YouTube stream?
Yeah, but I'm kind of walking around.
Don't. Watch the Twitch stream. It's more up to date.
Okay, I'll switch over. It's running faster. I mean, the chat, the only people in chat are... Well, okay. Yeah, it is. People in chat are watching the YouTube one anyway, so there's that, but okay, the Twitch one is definitely running faster. Although I can see the chat in the stream. It's just bleh.
Yeah.
I'll watch both. How about that?
Yeah, that's... I have both open, and Restream seems to favor Twitch over YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube is generally more stable than Twitch, but it runs further behind.
Well, when I'm using Restream, like when I'm doing a stream directly to YouTube, then it seems to be a lot faster. Restream just sort of, I guess it splitting the signals, it favors Twitch over YouTube.
Yeah.
And yes, I know pausing won't save me. But it will... I would like for it to save me time, so that I can go back to the level map. If I get PlayStation now, I can get Sly Cooper 1, 2, 3, and 4. What does that mean? Did we play the fourth game? I remember you rented the fourth game. I don't know if you actually played it. Hello?
What'd you say, Sonny?
The fourth Sly game. Did you actually play that, or... I remember you rented it.
There's a time travel? Isn't it about time travel? Or
yeah.
No, the third one was about...
No, the third one...
Several of them were about time travel. Weren't they?
No. How did I do that?
I don't remember. But no, I didn't play much. I played hardly any of Sly 4. I don't know why. I should go pick it up again. Is it good? Chat, is it good? I liked all the other Sly games.
PS Now on PS4 is a thing with a subscription. Allows you to play a lot of games with a $10 a month subscription or something like. Oh. We don't have that, do we?
No, we just have PlayStation Plus.
Oh. Well, I'm not in any special hurry to play the Sly games. Maybe 4 and the new one, but I have the original trilogy on PS2.
Yeah, didn't we just like...
Yeah, we just bought all the PS2 copies. It's because I was pissed off because it was the PS3 collection which caused our last PlayStation 3 to brick.
Yeah, and it's got... The PlayStation 3 collection has a lot of problems.
Just ask Elliot.
Yeah.
What happened to your head? Oh, you're not dropping frames, you're dropping head.
And then we heard Cockla's true purpose was to decapitate my poor friend Sly.
Gotta go toilet.
You do that. Not right there. Sly is great. Like I still think, as of current, from the number of Sly games that I played, the first one is still my favorite, just for how streamlined it is. Like 2 is pretty damn good. 3 is okay. Like I didn't personally touch 4, so I don't know what to think of that. But Sly games are pretty good. Their first one is almost comparable to Crash Bandicoot, really. Being a mostly linear platformer. Dang it. Can I do this again? Nope. God, I came into this level with 40 lives. You'd think I would have achieved something by now.
We're gonna be at this all night.
That's why I wanted to save this as the final session. Like, this level alone.
This level is a real GG.
The swamp. Don't remind me. I made a video about how I hate rhythm games using footage from the freaking boss battle of the swamp heist. What's her name? Miss Ruby. Where am I? How did that happen? And I really like the techno themes of the final levels of the first Sly game. I also, just in terms of final villains, Clockwork was a great final villain for the first Sly game. Clock-La? I mean, tell me I'm not the only one who thought that was the biggest, stupidest thing ever.
What?
Clock-La, you forget?
Clock.
Constable Neela takes over the Clockwork parts and calls herself Clock-La. Did you really forget that?
Yes, I did. Which game was that in?
The second one.
The second one.
I mean, I don't blame you for forgetting it or wiping it from your mind because it's utterly retarded. Yeah, and again, I don't have anything against the adventure aspect of Sly 2. It's just that Sly 1... I just feel like Sly 1 was a tightly packed and more focused package than Sly 2. Like, it's the sort of game that's like Crash Bandicoot. I can get through fairly quickly without too much worry. Meanwhile, like the open world stuff, it's great, but it's more of a time sink than Crash 1 is the thing. Crash 2 is a good game, and I still think I've got nothing against it. It's just that between it and Crash 1, I would rather pick the game that's not as much of a time sink. And Crash 3, it's like Crash 2, but has even less focus. Like, how many extra characters, missions, whatnot, really borderline senseless.
Mm.
And you know, with the exception of Bentley revealing... And with the exception of Bentley revealing at the end of the third game that he had a time machine, I thought it kind of wrapped things up pretty well and it wasn't necessary to make a sequel for, because at that point, everyone was basically retired. So I was in no hurry to see Sly 4. It's just like, I didn't think there's anything more they need to do. It's just like, as far as I was concerned, Sly 3 might as well have been it. It was a good trilogy and it had its... What am I doing? He asked himself as he playing this stage for the nth time. God dang it. Right, let's do this again. Refill on lives.
Sly 4 was the reboot?
I could have sworn that Sly was a direct sequel to 3, but with them running on the time travel angle. Granted, with the time travel angle, I probably wouldn't be surprised if it was somehow rebooting things. In a sense.
Well, it says... Well, maybe he just means reboot, as in... I guess a reboot can also mean, like, it just brings it back after a long time. But then again, it's also been a long time since Thieves in Time came out, so...
Okay, I'm fucking this up royally right now. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've got to... I was doing this perfectly moments ago. What's... Like I said, this isn't even frustrating me right now. I'm just numb. And I'm not even drunk.
This game makes you drunk.
It focused on the Cooper family tree. Well, there's that.
Didn't one of the other games do that though?
Well, the Thievius Raccoonus basically focused on getting the book they wrote back. And in a sense, it didn't really focus on them as characters in their particular adventures, just what they added to the book. And what Sly got from what they added to the book. And then in 3, there was the vault. The Cooper vault. So I guess it doesn't completely come out of left field to have a game that focuses on the Cooper lineage. I suppose, in a sense, they've been sort of building to that over the course of the series. Ice Age Sly of Western, Japanese, Arabian, Sir Knight Cooper. Actually, I think they were given names in 3. I remember Tennessee Kid Cooper. Isn't he the one who came up with the rail slide? That would be Aowen. Hang on a second.
Cat bothering you? Okay.
I hear ya. Just a sec. Ugh. You want up here or not? Come on. Come on. There you go. Okay, now settle down. sit down. What are you
Cats.
doing? Is there something on my shirt? Oh, wait. I just realized it's 10. It's 10:30. Alright, folks. I'm gonna have to deal with these cats. Yeah, I need to feed them. So, I'm gonna put this, time to stand by. So...
Please stand by.
I need music to put on for this. Quickly. Alright. Be right back.
Please stand by.
Are we back? Oh, God, I hate this stupid thing. I push the button, and it's supposed to unmute. And it doesn't always unmute. Alright. Know what I'm saying?
Please, microphone, just stop picking up the friggin' fan.
But it's right next to the computer? But no. Why should it want to not pick up the thing that's right next to the computer? It's like me asking my microphone not to pick up the AC that's right behind me. Which is part of the reason I turned it off. That, and it was relatively cool enough a while ago.
I gotta take some allergy meds, holy shit.
What am I hearing?
Where is it?
I'm still taking that stuff you... What the heck?
Where did I put it?
What did I just hear? Oh, that's my echo. How am I hearing my echo?
What?
I was asking how am I hearing my echo?
Oh, because I had the headphones sat right next to the microphone.
Oh, brilliant.
There we go. Need some water.
That snowball picks up quite a bit. Oh, that was it! Fight that last freaking spider. That would have been it!
You okay?
Frack. Eh.
It's fumbling in the dark.
In the dark.
Ah! That hurt my ears.
That's him, ladies and gentlemen. Crash Bandicoot. Hopping along. Will he make it this time?
You know, that's an interesting thing in the Insane Trilogy that I didn't actually test, but I've heard other people test. The Konami code in Crash Bandicoot 3.
Konami code?
Yeah. Like in the original Crash Bandicoot 3, that would unlock a demo for... oh, fuck. My brain. Spyro the Dragon.
Really?
And you know what it does in the Insane Trilogy?
What?
Makes a chime.
It just makes a chime.
Yes.
That's it.
Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough of a hint?
We need a demo.
Maybe there will be a
for
demo.
Spyro.
That's what I'm thinking, is that for all the DLC they're probably going to do for the game, a demo might actually be in the cards. Like, them doing Insane Trilogy, like an HD updated re-release of all the Spyro games.
I would dig that.
I don't know how much I would dig that. I honestly never played Spyro games.
Just so long as he doesn't... Well, they didn't make Crash look like modern Crash, but just so long as Spyro doesn't look like modern Spyro. Ugh.
I only ever remember seeing him seeing modern Spyro once, and I don't remember what he looks like. Oh, then again, when I saw modern Spyro, all I was focused on was the fact that they had Crash Bandicoot talking when he should not say anything beyond.
Pancakes.
Pancakes! Ugh. And even that's a bit much, to be honest.
Well, he did say "uh-oh" in the first game.
Yeah, but those are just, like, short, like, basic words. I think pancakes is a little bit too much for him.
Pancakes!
Then again, the fact that Coco, for whatever reason, was obsessed with pancakes
Why did that
is
whole
another
game-
disturbing factor.
That whole game, why was Coco obsessed with pancakes?
Yeah, like, why?
There's no reason given. She's just suddenly obsessed with pancakes. Is it because the developers were eating pancakes for breakfast and lunch and dinner every day during the development cycle?
Oh, fuck me. Ah, there we go. Still, the game that came after that still had one line that I still can't get over how absolutely hilarious it is. Punch him in the throat, Crash.
Punch him in the throat.
Like that and some of the nutty shit that Embryo says during that game.
I was in the first game!
My name sounds like a fetus.
Cool.
Still, as far as Crash games following the original trilogy, I still think the only one worth going back to is Twinsanity.
Apologies again for my allergies.
Ooh, why are they acting up so bad now?
Now, what would you think about, yeah, I was going to say, what would you think about a remake first of, like, Crash Nitro Kart?
Crash Nitro Kart? Oh, you always... we could always use more kart games.
Well, it was a decent game. Maybe not the greatest. I mean, as far as kart racing games go, it was solid. Granted, this is coming from me, the guy who still hasn't really completed All-Stars Racing Transformed. Well, that's primarily because I've been so distracted with everything else lately.
Hmm.
But if they remade Nitro Kart, I'd be living. Yeah, I'd be living. I'd be alive.
I'm dead.
I'm fucking dead. I'd be willing to. No, I never tried any of the later Crash Kart games. There was
There was
no,
more than
no, no,
one.
no. It wasn't Nitro Kart was the second one. Team Racing was the first one.
Was it?
Yeah. Nitro Kart was the second one. And then there was Tag Team Racing after that.
Okay.
Which, doesn't that sound like the greatest thing ever?
Great days.
Like, Mario Kart Double Dash did that whole 2 racers in 1 kart thing real great. Let's do that ourselves. In Ratchet and Clank, they say Spech the Space Moose instead of Spyro the Dragon. I don't... Which Ratchet and Clank game was that?
Oops.
Was that one of the... Was that the from the recent remake or one of the future games?
I never got around to playing remake because it's on PS4, but I can play it now. Haha!
I've not heard much good things about it. Mediocre at best, honestly. I'm not sure what to think. Honestly, to me, all of the Ratchet and Clank games kind of blended together after a while. Except for the first one and... Nope, just the first one.
How dare you?
What? Am I wrong?
Well, it's all one. It's all.
That's
one
good.
cohesive
That's
story
kind of one of
there.
the. That's just kind of one of the things that was very wrong about the Ratchet and Clank series as it was going further. It's just like, yeah, you got bigger and better weapons and whatnot, but all in all, it was the same spiel every time. You were doing the same thing, only slightly better.
Well, what are you gonna say about any game like this, man? Like, what about Crash, man? Ain't it the same thing, man?
Well, yeah, and at the same time, I'm willing to admit that that's going to be a consistent fault with any game series that does the same thing over and over again. And I'm not saying that Ratchet and Clank is exempt, or any of these games are exempt from it. It's just that Ratchet and Clank suffered from it from the most because it's just so unmemorable because of it.
I thought they were all memorable. Although I can't really remember anything right now because I got a shit memory.
I haven't heard any racing tonight yet, have I? Have you heard anything yet?
Nope.
Like, I heard the announcement out near the track, but I still haven't heard any...
Isn't it on Saturdays, not Fridays?
This is a Saturday.
Oh. Well, I have no idea then. I don't hear the cars going. It's pretty late, too. I didn't
they
hear anything all
canceled?
day. Maybe.
I don't know.
Anyway, don't you talk shit about Ratchet and Clank, man.
Look,
That's
nothing
my
wrong
favorite
with Ratchet and
series.
Clank. I just can't remember what happens in any of the games.
You didn't actually play them yourself, though, did you?
I don't really have much opportunity to. Vern has them.
Well...
I mean, I remember Deadlock just because of the whole...
Deadlocked is... I'm not even sure if Deadlocked is canon. Is it?
I don't think it matters whether it's canon or not, because I recall at the end of the game, just like, they just acknowledged that a thing happened, and it really was inconsequential. It's just like a waste of time. Just like Quark finds him, it's just like, they talk about, oh, this thing that happened, and then they just don't acknowledge it after that. Deadlocked is just a waste of time.
Well, the funny thing is, I was one of the people who actually didn't mind the Deadlock that much.
I don't think Deadlocked was bad, but I think it's ultimately a low point considering how little it contributed to anything.
Maybe said that wrong. I didn't hate Deadlock. A lot of people hated Deadlock. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think Deadlocked is fine. I don't hate it. It's just a waste of time.
Well, what
There's
game
nothing-
isn't a waste of time, man?
Well, it was less about actually progressing through levels and more about arena fights. I mean, it did have some level stuff to do, but it was more about arena fights.
They took one aspect of the previous games and made that into an entire game.
Like Armored Core Master of Arena.
Yeah.
Although Master of Arena is still more, what in the world is going on? Master of Arena is still more story than anything. Uncharted Lost Legacy, a cash grab, or an actual Uncharted? I wouldn't know. Have we ever played any Uncharted, ever?
I played the first one. That was it.
I feel like that's a game series that we should have played at some point, or play a lot more of, considering we were so into Tomb Raider. Well, I say that. We really weren't. We had the games, we mostly cheated our way through certain levels to see what was going on, and then never really played them. I did complete Tomb Raider Anniversary entirely on legitimate grounds, though. I never cheated through that. How long have we been going? Almost an hour and a half. That's 3 game overs at that point.
So, do you like this stage?
No.
No!
I've been so close, just a couple of those times, and still not freaking. Ugh. Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot. I hope I don't have to turn that on again. Let the madness mantra flow through you. I still wonder if the Japanese version of the Insane Trilogy is going to have changes that reflect the original Japanese version of the game.
Green.
You know, aside from the dialogue. Good night. And it's Aku Aku, and he's clear because he is our stage light. For some dumb reason.
Nightfall.
Yeah, we're in later Crash games. You just have the little lightning bug. No, the mask is suddenly our light. What? Okay, that's just dumb. You know what? I don't fucking care. I'm gonna do it.
What? You gonna finish it?
Oh no, that's not what I mean. I mean this. still can't believe this music. The people who made this music are the same group who did the opening for both the Donkey Kong show and the Japanese opening for Beast Wars.
Can you?
Can I what? I can't hear you.
I don't know, just thinking of the Japanese opening for Beast Wars. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe it is the same people, you know?
You know, I can't believe it, actually, now that I think about it. It's just that the Japanese opening to Beast Wars is so freaking stupid.
Exactly.
But it's less fitting for Beast Wars compared to some of the silliness that goes on in, like, Crash Bandicoot and Donkey Kong. This is...
How long have we been going now?
Hour and 34 minutes. And it's just like the first season opening for Beast Wars that is incredibly stupid. The other stuff is alright, and I don't think it's made by the same people, but I mean, listen to this shit.
Oh yeah. Whoa. I'm actually... I just remember the whoa whoa.
たままのこのパワー体中で浴びろ光自然のシャワー何が善で悪で丸め込んでやめろ向かう正義の力生き抜け誰のため
Granted, their entire approach to Beast Wars over there, at least the dub, is incredibly stupid.
Only Americans butcher import stuff, am I right? The Japanese are flawless! Happy though. Whoa.
And I mean, that compared to the original stuff they did for their own Beast Wars series, that stuff's... I love that. I love the...
Well, it just shows that they don't take anything that comes from America seriously.
Should I try Stormy Ascent for my channel? You know, I'm gonna do that eventually, maybe not as part of the actual Let's Play, but... if I'm going to do it, why should I tell anyone else not to?
Honestly, this is worse than Stormy Ascent. Unless you're gonna try and, like, do the time trial.
Fuck the time trials. I said that umpteen times during the course of these streams. Fuck the time trials. I'm not doing the time trials for the Let's Play. I might do them for a stream if I really want to drive myself insane. But not for the Let's Play. Like, no. Just, no. So if you want to do Stormy Ascent, you have my blessing. Me,
Stormy Ascent.
That's something else. It'll be a while before I touch that. Like, here's the opening theme to Beast Wars 2.
Sounds about like what you'd expect from major Japanese anime production, but meant to sell points, but you know. It's good.
To be free.
It's good.
Fuck. Actually, I think there was another. Yeah, this had 2 openings. Where's the other one? Okay, I don't think this is as good as the first one, but I think it's alright.
And you know what? I bet you could do this if you just got really focused. You gotta get focused.
No, I just realized, me putting this music is probably getting this stream content ID. What the hell? It's pumping me up. I like this stuff.
You can do it.
Yeah! Don't! I also realized this is obnoxiously loud even with the volume turned down. What the hell is going on here? Okay, sorry for blasting that in everyone's ears. I didn't realize it was going to be that loud even with the volume turned down. It's like, did the person who posted that video know anything about sound leveling?
No.
Sony versus Microsoft. What's your take on the argument? It's hard.
I can't think of any exclusives on the Xbox that I actually want to play. Challenge me on that. If you say Halo, I'll wreck you, boyo.
Yeah, Halo, no. Fuck. But in terms of PC stuff, well, Microsoft
PC
pretty
wins
much
out of-
PC wins out over everything. But the thing is, Microsoft
doesn't get that money.
has
That's Steam, dude. That's Steam.
But Microsoft is the OS.
Yeah, but they don't see any of that money. They don't.
True.
Microsoft.
Granted,
on the
I was
Xbox,
gonna
they
say
see every
Sony
time.
anyway, just because Gundam.
Well, yeah. The PlayStation gets things like Persona.
What the heck happened there?
And you know what? Bloodborne.
Fucking Bloodborne, boy.
Gears?
Fuck that. That's just another shooter. Halo and Gears of War are just shooters. Give me something unique.
Insinuating Gundam games aren't shooters?
Ha ha! Ah, ha, ha.
Well, it depends on the Gundam game in question.
Yeah. Most recent Gundam games have just been Musous and,
Versus?
yeah, that's
Well,
a versus.
I'm glad we're getting Versus here in America rather than another screw-up title like Crossfire. Like, if anything, it's giving us Gundam Versus is opening a door versus shutting a door. Like, hopefully it'll just be an invitation for more good Gundam games that are actually good versus the ones that we get that are bad that sort of deter everyone from liking Gundam games over here.
I mean, let's be real about this argument, though. There is a third guy, Nintendo, and, you know, to make the argument easy, Nintendo always wins.
Whether we want them to or not.
Exactly.
It's just... Nintendo's exclusives are so... Ugh. Come on. Come on!
Exclusives are the ones they made themselves.
They're the ones they make themselves and the ones that you wish you could get on other platforms because they're so good. You don't want to invest in a Nintendo console, but what the hell? There's no other fucking way. Just like, come on. I want to play Legend of Zelda on a system that isn't a fucking Nintendo. I want to play Breath of the Wild on PC. So that I can do Skyrim modding.
Words cannot describe how much I want to play Breath of the Wild on PC, but I also wanted to play, you know, Bloodborne on PC, so...
It's why I'm so sick of the whole console market versus PC thing. There's too many things to the console market that force you to invest in the consoles you wouldn't buy otherwise.
There's always that one exclusive game that is so fucking good.
You know, with exception to Microsoft.
I can't, right now, at least on the Xbox One, I can't think of anything I want on it. There's nothing that they've announced.
Nope. Like, nothing exclusive, anyway.
I mean, there were things on previous Xbox consoles that didn't pique my interest in the past, yeah. But the one...
But they also didn't stay exclusives for very long.
This is
like...
also true.
Oh, what was it? Dead Rising?
Yeah, Sony, though, they really hang on to their exclusives. Microsoft doesn't as much, but Sony, they clutch it with a frickin' death grip.
Isn't even a boss if you have Master Sword. Well, that's kind of the point when it comes to Ganon. Although, based on what I've heard about how the Master Sword handles, I still think it's kind of bullshit.
Isn't there like a DLC for that? Is that...
DLC for what?
Is the Master Sword a DLC?
No.
I know there was a lot of things that were kind of weird.
Master Sword is that thing that you get when you actually complete all the primary quest stuff.
the Master Sword recharges, right?
Yeah, that's the thing I don't like about it. It's just like you go out of your way for the sword that is the greatest in the game, and then it's just like, oh, it's so great that we can't let you use it to break everything. It's just like, fuck no, I went out of my way to go through that stupid quest to get the big Goron sword. I am going to use the big Goron sword for the rest of the game. Fuck you. Don't put me in a position where I have to artificially be limited.
Well, I really wish it was possible to just continuously use one or two specific swords, because there's some really, like, cool ones that you don't want to use them because you'll just break them.
Well, that's... Isn't that just sort of Elder Scrolls in a nutshell?
No. Oblivion kind of had that problem. Morrowind... No particular Elder Scrolls games outright caused that to be a thing. You could repair everything.
You could, and you can't repair things in Breath of the Wild.
No. Nothing that I've seen.
Well, what dipshit thought that was a good idea?
Some Japanese person who's basing Breath of the Wild on really old, hardcore RPGs.
Fuck that shit. Just fuck that shit. That's stupid. It's stupid. You know, you want to design this thing to work in the same realm as the current Elder Scrolls stuff from Bethesda? No. You implement a means to repair your equipment.
In current Elder Scrolls Skyrim, nothing ever breaks.
Well, there you go. It's just like your model for Breath of the Wild is outdated.
They based it on freaking what did I say? The original Dark Cloud?
Ugh, I hate the original Dark Cloud. Like, granted, there's a lot of things in the original Dark Cloud not to like anyway. That is a small part of it. It's just... Granted, the original Dark Cloud is incredibly just dull. Like, no two ways about it. The Dark Cloud 1 is dull. Like, no matter how you cut it. Dark Cloud 2 starts out pretty darn good.
Oh shit! Why are there so many dogs in Bloodborne? Holy shit!
Rotting mutts.
Yeah.
That's... Resident
So
Evil.
many dogs!
Resident Evil. The dogs are always the worst things in those games. That and the chainsaw guys. What about the Zora Spear? Is that supposedly one of these great weapons that you don't want to lose?
Yeah, aren't there some actual complete uniques in the game that you can only get once that still freaking break?
Again, outdated model to even have things that break to begin with. And I get hardcore RPG elements, but again, even Dark Cloud had a means to repair your equipment.
I don't.
And when your equipment was broken, you could still use it. It just vastly less effective.
When stuff broke in the first Dark Cloud, it was gone.
Wait, it did?
In Dark Cloud 2, you could fix it, but in Dark Cloud 1, it was gone.
Well, I thank you for that. It's better to have somebody watching than the usual nobody or people who only pop in and out of the chat every once in a blue moon. Then again, it's pretty late on a Saturday evening, so I'm pretty sure if people aren't watching, people probably wouldn't. Yeah.
People might be worn out from Joel doing his Windows Vista destruction stream.
He did that today?
Yeah. I mean, it's not tech. Is it still? No, it's still Saturday.
Depending on where you live. I mean, it's still Saturday here.
Yeah.
And that's the point. I must be getting somewhere if I can go through those sections without seeing a damn thing. Until I do something stupid like that. God, I still can't believe how long? Hour and 55 minutes. Jesus.
You can do it in one, bruh. You can do it. You just gotta focus.
I almost did it a couple times. Does make me curious how this is going to go if I get to this in the Insane trilogy.
The Insane trilogy is not
when
gonna be
I mean,
big. It's not gonna be a big deal.
You know what? I keep forgetting about that. You're right. It won't be because I won't have to worry about the lack of about nothing checkpointing anymore.
And admittedly, you are not having max focus because we are like talking shit.
True. But at the same time, me being able to talk allows me to not
remain
go
calm.
Completely insane. So the thing about I don't like being alone during these streams and not talking to somebody because that drives me crazier faster than anything.
Where is this frickin' witch? Why is she hiding?
Checkpoints are boxes, yes. So you're required to break open checkpoint boxes. It's unfortunate. You know, if I didn't have to break open checkpoint boxes as part of the box tally, I wouldn't. But it's necessary.
It's not over? I was janked!
You know, that seems to happen to you a lot in Bloodborne. I've noticed.
That happens a lot in Dark Souls and just Souls games in general. Here I am playing a Souls game. You're playing the latest Souls game. Am I right? Except this is the original.
You know, I might as well just run out my lives right now. Start this all over again.
The latest Souls game, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Whoa!
Yeah, good job, game journalists, and your... Like, anything that's remotely hard is now automatically Dark Souls.
Game journalism.
Except, you know, it's
The
not.
real
This just
hardcore.
happens to be a 20-year-old game. 21, actually. The Last Guardian?
Oh, I forgot about that!
What?
That's another game I meant to buy.
Is it out already?
Yeah, it's out. Wait, didn't you see Jack playing it?
I haven't been keeping up with him, honestly. I mean, I watched his playthrough.
He played that a while ago. That's been out for a year, I think.
Oh.
It's been out. Well, no, that's been out since December.
Oh. Oh, that game.
And how did I
was
forget
thinking
that?
of.
That was
I don't know
another-
what I was thinking of.
That was another reason I bought the Pro, because The Last Guardian runs so poorly.
I mean, granted, I haven't really played,
You haven't really played Shadow of the Colossus.
or Ico.
Or Ico. Oh, well, I never got around to playing Ico. There's some things I should do.
Those are things I should do. Don't we have those games on a collection somewhere?
Yes, I have Shadow of the Colossus and Ico on a PS3 collection, just sitting around somewhere.
I'll have to look into that. Like, I remember we played Shadow of the Colossus once way back when it came out the first time.
I played it again somewhat recently, about a year ago. I've never played Ico, though. Or is it Ico? It's probably Ico.
I'm just gonna call it Ico and leave it at that. Is there another fly in here? I swear to frick,
Exactly what you need.
Another distraction.
Go back to the hunter's dream. I'm all out of freaking everything. I need bullets and I need blood things, blood vials.
Oh, hello again, Tex. I forgot how that's pronounced. And
Is
yes,
that words?
Greek letters.
Oh.
Yeah. Almost there. All I have to do is get the box gem in this level, and I've been at it for almost 2 hours. which is a great deal longer time than I ended up spending on Stormy Ascent earlier.
Stormy Ascent is hardcore. Crash Bandicoot, new Souls game.
I think it'd be more difficult to try and do the time trial of, and that's probably what's tripping up everyone, because they're trying to get the time trial relic for that. And I mean, fine. Tax, sure. Frack. Frack. If I finish this, that's probably gonna be it for a while. Like, I'm more likely to stream something than I am to actually get anything recorded around here, although now that I have the microphone back, I can record stuff on my own. So I can finish some of the other Let's Plays I was doing on my own first, like Hellbender and Armored Core.
Yeah.
But we still need to get caught up on some of the other stuff, like the stuff I started for the Sonic Marathon.
Don't forget Sonic Me is coming out soon.
I don't care.
You don't care about that, man? True retro Sonic game.
I don't care. I promised myself I was done after Generations, and that's it. There's no two ways about it. I'm just done. Like, once I do Generations, that's it.
But what if you don't finish Generations before Mania's out? That's only like...
I don't care! We have Lost World out already. I'm not gonna play that. We have...
I'm just messing with you, okay?
Shut up. Just shut up. You're not... I don't care if you're messing with me. I'm done. It's just, I'm gonna do Sonic... I'm gonna do the rest of the Sonic games I haven't done. And I'm gonna do Generations, and then I quit. There's no two ways about it. I quit.
We're gonna hold you to that, mate.
It shouldn't be hard, considering I have absolutely... What drive do I have to play Sonic games? I don't even want to get back to the marathon because I don't want to play Sonic games anymore.
Except Sonic Adventure 1 over and over again.
Well, because that's the one game that I actually enjoy still. And 2 to an extent.
3?
What?
What about 3, man?
Well, I meant as far as 3D games go.
Oh.
Like, 3 is still the 3 and Knuckles is still the Sonic game. Like, full stop. With minor amount... I mean... I can sometimes bend in favor of CD, but I still think 3 is the most solid overall. Like, I used to bend between CD and 3, but... No, 3. 3 and Knuckles is definitely the Sonic game. Like, the best. Like, don't... Unquestionable. Like, CD hits its marks. Really high marks. Like, really, really high marks. Especially when it isn't screwed over by re-engineering all of the physics. Like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate how the game was remade so that it's slightly more stable, but at the same time, I can't do the changes to the game are significant enough to the point where me, a longtime veteran, I can't get the time stones anymore. Like, you changed it so drastically that I can't beat the special stages anymore. Like, people say that it's easier now. Fuck you. I can't do it. It's impossible for me now.
That's what some people say about Crash, though.
Yeah, and those people are wrong. Consider the Insane Trilogy vastly superior, at least to the first Crash game on PlayStation.
Well, Crash 1 is a mess.
Oh, it's not a mess, it's just got some design decisions that don't age well. Like the whole box gem tally thing. Get it all in one go. That's smart. Oh, fuck me. You know, some people will say Sonic 2 is the Sonic game. I don't see it, honestly. In fact, I'm willing to say Sonic 2 is my least favorite of the original Sonic 3... the original 3 Sonic classic games. I know that seems blasphemous that I would like Sonic 1 more than Sonic 2, but I just... I don't know what it is about Sonic 2 that I can't get into it. Maybe it's the bonus stages, maybe it's the lack of exploration or level structure. I don't know. I can't get into Sonic 2. Like, there's nothing about it wrong. It's just, I think, as far as games that I like revisiting, I will play 3 or even 1 more often than not. It is my least revisited of the original classic games, for reasons I can't outright explain. I don't care. Live action gameplay. Oh, I'm still dreading that.
What?
The live action Sonic movie.
Is that still a thing?
You know what? I really hope that they wake up and realize how dumb that is. But as far as I know, it's still going to happen. As far as I know. It's just like, I thought the proof of concept movie was a dumb idea.
Convert the whole fucking thing into a Sega CD AMV game. Do it.
No. No.
That'd be fucking great, man.
Internet is messing up, so if I leave, that's why. Okay. That's about par for the course, honestly. You know, I think Casey's Pizza is some of the best around here for the most part. But I mean, god frickin' damn. Their Supreme's Pizza, I think specifically, has some of the most lingering stank to it.
Then why did you order it?
Because I like it. It's just the smell. It lingers. I mean, what else would I have gotten?
Taco?
I didn't want to get taco pizza again. I mean, I like taco pizza well enough, but I didn't want to get it a second time.
I could eat taco pizza every day now.
Well, that's you.
Just like pineapple pizza. You can order the pineapple pizza.
Oh. That's what I could have done. I could have ordered ham and pineapple. Granted, I don't think anyone else would have eaten it.
And Dad'll eat anything. You and me, we're a couple of vampires who rejected our humanity.
I'm pretty sure that's what everyone else will say, though. Pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. You know, I've watched enough Food Network to realize that is probably the bare minimum of things to even begin to worry about mixing together as far as food combinations go. Like, you think pineapple pizza is bad? Oh, by golly, watch the Food Network and start to open your mind.
Pizza! And people put... You know what drives me crazy? People complain about pineapple pizza and then there's anchovies. Anchovies, man.
I don't know. I've never had an anchovy, so I can't even... I don't think it's worth commenting on.
It's just a really freaking stanky, oily, tiny fish. You put that on a pizza. What is wrong with people?
And again, after so much watching of the Food Network, that doesn't even register with me.
Well, okay. There's only two things that are required to have a pizza. Well, three. You gotta have a crust, you gotta have a sauce, and then you gotta have cheese.
Yeah, that's pretty much a pizza in a nutshell.
The sauce doesn't even have to be a red sauce. It can be any kind of sauce. It can be a garlic butter sauce. It can be some kind of a white gravy sauce. So it's mostly just the crust and the cheese.
Mm-hmm. And a sauce. It doesn't have to be the same sauce, but it has to be a sauce.
And it could be any cheese, too. It could be goat or blue cheese. Man, you could have a goat cheese pizza.
I wonder what kind of sauce would go good with a goat cheese pizza.
And I don't know about this sauce, but actually, all things considered, goat cheese on a pineapple pizza, whoo, that'd be great.
I guess it all depends on the mixtures. I think ham and pineapple is magnificent.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's
pineapple mixed with, I guess, something a little less. There are just some flavors that complement others, but I think pineapple and ham is one of those combinations that works great. What kind of pizza was it that Joel ate?
Oh, good old Joel. He ate pineapple, ham, and I think like egg and oyster pizza.
Okay,
Hey, I wanna
pineapple
try
and
it.
seafood together. That sounds nightmare-inducing.
I want to try it just to prove that, you know, he just ain't got no palate, and
I don't know. I just don't think that combo works.
no, it wouldn't. The oily stink from the oysters would just fuck it.
Would you want to be a bigger YouTuber? I wouldn't mind.
I'd love to be, but I would. You know, I feel like I would never want to get to that point where I couldn't communicate with chat anymore.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I could... yeah. That's the thing I like about having a small audience, is that I can pretty much respond to everyone. But at the same time, success is measured in high numbers. Unless you're playing golf.
Success is measured in the people you don't actually give a shit about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the ability to talk to the audience. And Joel, good old Joel, he still tries to do it. But if you ever watch one of his streams, especially like a Windows Destruction stream, it's like compare the early ones where he was talking to everybody to the late, like the Vista one today, and there's like it's a mess compared to what it was back then.
Mm.
Oh.
Don't respond to me, I forgive you, just play more games. Well, I'm not gonna stop playing games. That's for darn sure. There's no point in stopping playing games. Especially with my depressing life. Regardless, I do eventually want to get around to doing some video game reviews. Like, I wanted my first video game review to be for one of the first games I played for this channel, Transformers Tataki. Just giving a legitimate...
This game is shit.
I just wanted to do a legitimate review of exactly what everything is actually wrong with this game versus why everyone seems to like it just because Zoma God G1! And it references the cartoon!
Yeah, there's a... It's interesting. There's, like, in the forums, there is a lot of level game, isn't there?
Yeah, for the sake of it just being, like, a G1-centric game with a lot of references to the original Generation 1 cartoon and the continuity behind it, even though it's a teensy bit janky in that regard. Like, the headmasters are from the present timeline. Whoops! But when you take all that away, and you look at the game from a gameplay perspective, it is so hopelessly mediocre for a beat-em-up, it just... yuck.
Yeah, fighting the mobs just isn't fun. I mean, okay, you could debate that any Musou game fighting them off is
I mean,
fun, but
it depends on your character.
it feels very damn tedious to fight in that game.
Yeah, and there's also just a lot of things that aren't entirely clear, like special character combos. Like, if you get Jazz and Wheeljack together and do a special takedown, they will do a series of flips.
Really?
Like, what constitutes that being a special... what constitutes that being a special combo? Like, why is those two together a special? Like, I can understand, like, Optimus Prime and Rodimus Prime together being a special combo, or Megatron and Galvatron creating a special combo, but some of the other special combos I just don't play and get. And I'm not even sure how many special combos there are in the game. I mean, there's also a slew, an entire major slew of different weapons you can pick up in the various levels, and I can never consistently pick them up. It's just like, sometimes I'll have the rocket launcher, and sometimes I just won't get anything. I'll just get more Energon cubes. Just like, I'm sure there's a slew of different handheld weapons in the game that you can use, but I can never consistently get them. And even if I did, the guns are useless. It's just like you want to be punching and kicking everything because using your guns is wasting energy. One to 10, how much do you want to KYS because of this one level IGN but fuck Crash, the Insane Trilogy review? Well, they're IGN. And I don't know what what does that mean? Did I say Bumblebee and Jazz? Did I say Bumblebee and Jazz or did I say Wheeljack?
You said Bumblebee and you said Wheeljack and Jazz earlier.
Okay, yeah, Wheeljack and Jazz. But is Bumblebee and Jazz another combo that I didn't know about? Granted, there's just so many characters in the game to sort of mix and match combos with, I wouldn't know. I just stick to the handful of really good playable characters that there are, because unlocking them and leveling them up for the course of the game, especially near endgame, is not really worth it. Honestly, by endgame, you want your heavy hitters like Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus. Because, you know, Bumblebee has his strength and his speed, but it's just not enough. He can't take hits as well, and there's no avoiding taking hits in the game. So I'd rather just have the tanks. Like the guys who can dish out and absorb the most damage. Okay, blonde mustache, sure. Blue eyes? Where did you get I have blue eyes? 'Cause I don't. Dude from Fall of Cybertron could be a combo. Oh, that reminds me, the Cybertron games were re-released for PS4, weren't they? Like, updated re-releases?
Hmm?
For PS4? Or were they? I could swear updated re-releases of those games were mentioned at some point. Not that I'm super interested in re-releases of those games, I'm just saying.
I know it was re-released like as a downloadable. I don't know if they like made it HD or not.
But when you say that dude from Fall of Cybertron, that could be anyone. I mean, Bumblebee was in Fall of Cybertron.
There were no characters exclusive to Fall of Cybertron, so from perspective...
Grimlock, the Dinobots.
Oh, Grimlock is a major character that most people would find memorable from that game, I guess.
Although, to be honest, yeah, I do think Grimlock was one of the more fun parts of Fall of Cybertron. Just because it wasn't another generic shooter segment. My brain turned off there for a second. Did I miss a box? Did I ignore a box?
I didn't see.
Not that it matters. The white grapple gun car guy. That was Jazz. Oh, Jazz and Cliff Jumper. I remember. Yeah, they would make a great team up, but Cliff Jumper wasn't in Transformers Sataki.
I'm sure, man. Yeah, maybe I should like turn my mic sensitivity down. I'm hearing me clack keys really hardcore in the background there.
You do that. Granted, if you do, you're probably gonna sound like a robot.
I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, if I want to play the Cyber...
It's time to go to bed! Are you even gonna get this done in this stream?
I am... No! I don't... Yes, I'm gonna get this done in this... I don't care if it takes me a whole 3 hours. I'm going to do it. I guarantee that by the end of this stream, no matter if it takes 3 hours or not, there will be an end to this. What time is there? Well, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours now. Maybe a little bit more than that. But I mean, goddamn, just goddamn. That's how much time this fumbling in the dark stage wastes for me.
Damn, 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 damn!
And for the record, that alarm you heard means that it's midnight here. So now it's technically Sunday. Shut
Happy Sundays,
up.
everybody.
No one cares!
What?
That was just you-know-who talking about. Actually, it's still technically Saturday Daylight Saving Time.
Hernan! Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to say his name, am I? I don't
Who
care.
cares?
He's a piggy boy.
The thing is, if this were the Insane Trilogy, I could...
You'd be done already, like 3 times over.
Yeah. Like I said when I was playing it earlier, I wouldn't have to reel back on my jumps. I just let go. But because of Crash's momentum in this game, I have to reel back if I overshoot a jump. That's not easy to gauge. When you block... Yeah, I know. That's kind of why I wanted to get a new Elgato HD60. So that I could record off the PS4 at 60 frames per second. Granted, the Insane Trilogy only runs at 30.
So does Bloodborne.
Even with boost mode turned on?
Yeah. You know how the Souls games are. They're designed to run at specific frame rates.
Yeah, you're right. Because of, if they had a higher frame rate, it would mess with the invincibility frames.
And a bunch of other things. There's things that are just directly tied to frame rate.
Hmm.
Because this is Japan, and everything in Japan is like decades ago.
Eh. What is the frame rate without boost mode, though? Like, 20? 10?
It still averages 30, but there's a lot of bad spots.
And then it runs at, like, what, 10?
Yes.
Like, is it frame rate chugging, or is it actual... Like, this, is it only the frame rate that chugs, or does the actual game slow down?
It slows down, or what it does is basically what Sonic 06 did. It slows way down. And, well, it does both, really.
Speaking of, I've been thinking a lot more about the argument of Sonic 06 versus Sonic Boom, which is the worst game. And a lot of people say that Sonic Boom is ultimately, regardless, the better game. You know what I'm thinking? No. Let me put it in perspective. If Sonic 06 and Sonic Boom were both fixed, Sonic Boom would still be a mediocre platformer, whereas Sonic 06 could be a pretty decent Sonic Adventure-style game if it were fixed. Like, ultimately, Sonic 06 is probably a worse game in general on its basis of being of being a buggy piece of shit with a horrifying story that cannot be repaired. But as far as Sonic Boom is concerned, glitches or not, it's still a mediocre, basic, like, PlayStation 2 era platformer. And if you fix the bugs, it's still going to be that. Sonic 06 at least has the structure and control setup of an adventure game, which are sound enough on their own and decently playable. Sonic Boom, that's... I don't... Yeah. To me, it's just a matter of what happens once you actually fix what's wrong with the game technically. If you collect all these lives and die before finishing, won't you be able to get it? Nope! Lives only respawn after a game over. That's the only reason I keep going back there after I game over, is because that's the only place. That's it. It's a lot of the technical shit behind this game's save system, because it's not technically a save system, it's a saving or remembering the password, which can only remember so much, and life count is not part of it. It's like the password system of a Mega Man X game, or old Mega Man games in general, where they'll remember that you beat all of the Robot Masters, but no matter what password you put in, it won't tell you which of the final castle stages you were at. Like, if you have to reload a password from one of the castle stages, you're sent back to the very first one.
Cool.
Like, it remembers that you beat the 8 Robot Masters, but beyond that... Except in 7, I think. I'm not sure. I think 7 is the only exception to that. Maybe? I don't know. Although, did 7 have a save system, or did it still have the passwords? It's remembering to... Again, memorization for to win. Short hop off the first spider, long hop off the second spider. Once I get to that point. And then the 3 spiders at the end. Okay. And you know, no matter how many times I do this, I keep forgetting to set an audio delay.
No big deal, man.
You say that, but sometimes I look at myself on playback and I realize that there's there's like half a second between me going "da" and the thing that I'm going "da" over. It's just like it's kind of like a ruined surprise. It's just like, people are probably watching this, it's just, how long before he fucks up? Then they hear me make a noise, and it's just like, oh, he fucked up. It's half the reason why I like to stay silent, so that in case I do screw up.
Just be a silent winner. That was surprising.
Right, I keep forgetting. It's the first two, and then the next three. Alright. Alright. Captain Quark has two fingers. Yeah? And?
What about his 3 fingers? You got something against people with 3 fingers?
Actually, that reminds me. You saw the Ratchet and Clank movie, didn't you?
Yeah. It felt like a bunch of cutscenes jury-rigged together.
Probably because it was.
Yep. frickin' died. Fell off a cliff.
How are you gonna retrieve your... Actually, what do they call them in Bloodborne?
Blood echoes.
How are you gonna retrieve your blood echoes from that? Although, yeah, usually in a Souls game, those kind of...
Blood echoes usually, sometimes they lay on the ground, but I'm not sure how blood echoes work exactly. Sometimes monsters have them.
Zamoy. You know, I've been past those darn paintings so many times. My brain is so glazed over by just doing the stage. I stopped to realize exactly what he's doing in those paintings. It's just, the pose. And who the heck painted those paintings? I look terrible as fuck in this resolution. Sorry, I don't speak Spanish. Just like the only Spanish I know or ever have known is because of Extreme Ghostbuster. Just like, no habla español en inglés, por favor.
And you did that in a somewhat Italian-sounding accent.
Well, would you rather I do what... I'd rather just say what Eduardo said the one time and just like, do you come with subtitles? God, I really, really wish that show would get re-released on DVD. Like, unedited, like... Cause that is the worst part about wanting Extreme Ghostbusters back, is that it would probably be the Disney XD edits. You know, the ones that cut down the action scenes tremendously. I would put this on a Disney Channel. Don't want no violence. But they're fighting ghosts. They're dead. They're monsters. They're demonic essences from beyond the grave or something. Does it matter if you zap them for 5 seconds or half a second? They're proton beams. Designed to catch ghosts. Not people, ghosts.
I ain't afraid of no spook.
And Extreme Ghostbusters was such a great series with such great characters. Like, even if I still have troubles with the logistics of the one guy in the wheelchair. Garrett?
Why is Garrett here?
If he had the proton pistol, then fine. I wouldn't be so flustered about it.
Around that
But because his
proton
entire
pack.
character was focused around the whole being handy capable, he had to lug around a full-size proton pack on the back of his wheelchair.
Which people always complained about the weight of.
Yeah, it's like Eduardo would say this thing's so freaking heavy, and then they spent an entire episode where he and Kylie traded guns, and she didn't complain about it, but she was very obviously burdened by it.
She's a small girl. She can't carry big, heavy proton gun.
Yeah, and you think handy capable was one thing. It's just like, oh, why not give the girl a big proton gun? She had to carry the trap around at the very least. And that thing was just as big as the proton packs at the time. How did I overstate? Have you seen Spider-Man Homecoming? Not yet.
It's in town. Maybe you should just go out. And oh, crap. I don't know what happened to my envelope full of free tickets.
You had free tickets?
Yeah, I got free tickets when I wasn't able to watch all of Guardians with Mom. And she's never going to get to see it. But
Oh.
let's not dwell on the bad things.
Yeah, I wasn't especially... I haven't watched a Spider-Man movie since Spider-Man 2, honestly. Like, I've seen parts of 3, but I've not...
A lot of people have problems with the original Spider-Man movies. I don't know, what's your opinion on them?
Meh?
I mean, Joel even says he feels like those are the definitive Spider-Man movies, but people still bitch about them to this day.
Well, I mean, granted, what did anyone have much of in terms of visual mediums for Spider-Man before the movies? The 90s cartoon?
And some video games. That's it.
The video games that were based on the 90s cartoon?
Yeah. But I mean, if not for... okay, maybe... what's the name of the guy who played Spider-Man?
Maguire?
Okay, a lot of people think Tobey Maguire ruins those movies. But you know what? All the other characters in those movies make those movies.
I thought he was fine when he was wearing the Spider-Man mask. When he was Peter Parker is when I thought he kind of... blech.
Yeah. Piece of time.
How do we call you, really? By the way, this guy... just call me Vince, or Vincent, whatever you care. And the other guy, that would be my brother Vic, or Victor, whatever you care. Call me whatever, I don't care. Vince, Vincent, Devasia. Why am I pausing here? Shoot. And yes, he does have a mustache. Oh wait, you do, right?
Huh?
When was the last time you shaved?
I don't know if I have a full-blown mustache, but my beard's growing back in. Yeah, I shaved it a couple of weeks ago. Or a week ago. Why does that matter?
Well, like I said, it's hard for me to gauge how I like a Spider-Man, to be honest, when I was never really all that into Spider-Man for a start. I still think Spider-Man 2 is probably my favorite Spider-Man game for the PlayStation 2.
Are you saying? Oh shit!
3 just annoyed the crap out of me with.
3 was just bad. It just was. It was funny but bad.
The thing I loved the absolute most about 2 was the swing speed upgrades. Later games wouldn't have that.
I didn't like Spider-Man 3 the game either, though. Spider-Man 2 was the best Spider-Man game. Just was.
Spider-Man 2 just had a lot of good missions and things to do in the game. Plus, the swing speed upgrades, especially once you got the final ones, were some of the best things. It's just like, I loved being able to swing at maximum speed from one end of the city to the other. Like, that to me was just, I love that. Later games, you don't get such upgrades. You have to go at the speed of the pace that you start with at the beginning of the damn game. And it's no fun. Like, there's no, between there being no, actually, was there a quick travel option in 3? I don't know. I know there wasn't in 2, and I'm glad that having swing speed upgrades made up for that. Because you could just...
This Bloodstar Beast thing is freaking disgusting.
Yeah, and...
It's just wearing these giant skin flaps on its back.
Yeah, and... Yeah, for those unaware, Vic is playing Bloodborne right now.
We'll stream Souls some other time.
Some other time, yes.
Oh no, it's got me! Get off! Get off! Gross!
Are you sure there isn't something more gross in Dark Souls 3?
This is the grossest thing I've seen in the Souls game. Maybe that's just because the whole skin flap thing is really irksome to me personally. Like, it's just making me think of when I've gotten wounds where there was a lot of dead skin hanging off. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Dag nabbit, the 3 spiders right there at the end always trip me up. I'm not thinking.
Oh, I'm dead.
What do you think about the Fox X-Men movie series?
Most of them were good.
1 was good, 2 was okay, maybe. 2 was okay. For me. 3... Ugh. After that, I just kind of stopped watching.
I
mean, I watched First Class.
I liked the second Wolverine movie and the third movie, the final Wolverine movie.
You mean Logan?
Logan. Sorry. I'm a bit distracted. Logan was good. Logan was good.
It was good, but kind of depressing.
Of course it was.
Like, I liked some of the humorous moments between him and Professor Xavier. But my God, at the end of the day, it's so depressing. Logan, I have to pee. And the conversation at the farmhouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just so much depressing about that movie. I watched some of Apocalypse, and I thought that was different. Like, not bad. Not... But I think the scene with Quicksilver when he shows up at the mansion... I couldn't stop laughing when that music came on.
Oh, yeah.
Granted, him showing up and everything he did during that scene was entirely humor value.
That scene was ridiculous. Quicksilver is OP.
Yeah, but he's not as OP as the Flash. Who, you know, if that was the Flash, that one injury he took would mean nothing. God darn it! When you start again, watch Wolverine X Days of Future Past, Apocalypse, and Deadpool as canon. I've been told to watch the Deadpool movie, and I don't think it's... I don't know what...
It through?
No.
It's good. Come on, man, it's good.
I know it probably is, but there's something inherent in me that as much as I see the appeal and how good Deadpool is, especially the signs of how good this movie is, I don't know. There's just this lock mechanism that stops me. Like, I'm sure it's a good movie and I'll enjoy it. I just...
Well, if you're not a fan of fourth wall breaking...
I am, but...
There you go.
I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, I do have Deadpool over here, so you can't exactly watch it right now. Don't I have it here? I'll find it somewhere.
You had it over there last time I checked. Smallville overall. I didn't even know what to make of Smallville. Like...
I watched a little bit of it. Mom recorded some of it.
I suppose there's something... I don't know. I just didn't know what to make of Smallville. I felt like a... Sometimes I just feel like a pre-superhero type, a pre-hero type series, especially live action, has an odd stigma to it. Like, Gotham probably is a good series.
Never watched it.
I don't know. It's not Batman, it's pre-Batman. And to be honest, to me, best Batman is Kevin Conroy anyway. Right, I'm currently at like 13 numbered lives. So I'm getting down there again. But you know what?
You can do it. Stream. Gotham sucks besides the Joker because he ties up people, carvers letters into them, throws 7 people on the street dead to spell maniac. Okay, I'd watch that, but I can probably just see that part of it on YouTube. It sounds funny. Yeah. I gotta piss. Be right back.
Before you do that,
What?
have a look.
What?
Have a good, long look.
What? At what? What?
Hold up. I think the
Alex.
stream...
Alex, what are you doing? Alex was in here for a second. What happened to the stream?
What happened to the stream?
Oh, it was running away behind. I was watching the YouTube one. Oh, you did it! Yay!
Yep, we're done.
We're done?
We're done.
We're finished.
We're done. We're done. We're finished. Huzzah!
This Tom's finished.
Hooray! The end. Well, not quite. Let me save the game first. Now for Crash 2 we go. No. I want to do a Let's Play of Crash 2 instead of a stream. You know, before I actually go for the proper ending, let's have the true send-off. Like the send-off to the actual canonical ending of the game. With Dr. Neocortex.
Dr. Neocortex?
Let's just fight him for the sake of it. Down, 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 down. I like Cortex's theme.
I actually.
And now the final hit. Bye-bye.
This town's finished.
And that is the canonical ending to Crash Bandicoot. Because after Cortex falls off that blimp, he lands in a hole where he finds... crystals. Of course. Dope! Don't forget Tana. Why would I forget Tana? Yeah, I'll go back and do the Great Hall right after this. I just wanted to do that so that we can see the canonical ending first. I mean, I'll stream something in the future, but it's not going to be Crash Bandicoot 2. It's going to be something else. I don't know what. I'll think of something. You got any ideas?
Souls.
Oh, right. You can do that. I forgot. I keep forgetting that you can do that.
Yes.
It's just a matter of setting you up to do that. I saw someone say that Crash is a ripoff of Mario. In a sense, he kind of is. Well, with the boxes, piranha plants, and turtles that you turn over. There's all sorts of things. It's just like, this certainly isn't borrowed from a Mario game, is it?
Everything's a ripoff of Mario, man.
Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, what does it matter if he can still be a ripoff of Mario and still be his own thing? Alright, now let's load up that game and do what you really want to do. Back to the Great Hall. The Great Hall. Yeah, this is what we collected all of those gems for. Just for this. Why would Cortex have a drapery with Tana's picture on it? You wonder sometimes if he really wanted to experiment on her.
Experiment, huh?
Or he had other plans. Right, here we go. You have to make him do it. Believe me, I am going to do more streams. It's just a matter of when and what. Papu sold the ruins of Castle Cortex to a resort developer. Then he used the proceeds to open a big and tall shop on the island. After intense therapy and 8 years of higher education, Dr. Rue went on to write the well-received book, Through the Eye of the Vortex, a study of rapid evolution and its consequences. Koala Kong moved to Hollywood and landed a motion picture deal of universal proportions. Currently, he is working with a speech therapist to improve his diction.
Get it? Universal proportions. You get it?
Universal Interactive Studios production. Pinstripe moved to Chicago, where he now owns and operates a citywide sanitation company. He is saving money for his upcoming I can barely even read that through the flashing. After the disappearance of his mentor, Mr. Nitrous Brio rediscovered his first love, tending bar. The world has heard nothing more of Cortex since Crash foiled his plans, but evil geniuses are harder to squash than cockroaches. And this is what we've gone out of our way to frickin' accomplish. 4 sessions of Crash Bandicoot streams for this.
Crash riding a freaking bird.
With a busty lady on his back. That we never see or hear from again. Ever. At all.
Nope.
Period.
No.
Like, I don't know why I thought she showed up in Tag Team Racing, but she doesn't. She does have a cameo in Crash Twinsanity, like I said. And maybe one other game? I don't know. Like, I believe there was this really shitty DS game. Tried to act at E3 like Crash wasn't Naughty Dog's property, and that's bull. No, it's not. Crash doesn't belong to Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog was basically brought on to do this game on behalf of Universal Studios. It's just like, for all intents and purposes, Crash Bandicoot is and always has been more Universal Studios than Naughty Dog or anything else. It's just like, no matter... I don't... Yeah. Ultimately, it is the brainchild of Naughty Dog, but it doesn't belong to them. Never did. But you know what? That's...
But Dr. Cortex, we have not determined the cause.
That's it. We're done.
That's Crash Bandicoot.
That is Crash Bandicoot for the Sony PlayStation. All completely done in 100%. As I said, I may or may not have... Did I say I was going to do that? I don't think I actually did say that during the Let's Play. But that's 100%. All of the gems, everything accounted for. So... And it did take us over 3 hours to do, ultimately. It's one stage. One stage.
Just the one.
That's why I wanted to save it for this one time. No credit, mate. Yeah, I know. It's just, there's a lot of things wrong with Crash Bandicoot moving forward, but especially after Naughty Dog stopped making games for them. But then the Naughty Dog wanted to go in a different direction on their own. Like, even like once they got to the Jak and Daxter series, they wanted to change things. And that's why everything past the first Jak and Daxter game had this dark atmosphere to it. And then they started making the, Did they make anything... did they just start making Uncharted games after that?
I guess. I don't know.
And The Last of Us.
Well, The Last of Us was good. It's good.
Yeah.
There's a game we could play.
Yeah.
It's
Who knows?
remastered on PS4
Maybe we'll pick up on the Uncharted series eventually. But as of right now, with Crash Bandicoot done and over with, I guess that's all. We're done. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. What will I stream next time? I guess if we can set it up, I can have Vic do streams of the Souls series. I don't know when we're going to do that or how long that's going to take. But until then... Actually, I still have Demon Souls here, don't I?
Yeah.
Alright.
If you wanted to like try it out yourself.
No, I did. It's just that... I don't know. I figured that was just going to be an all-you type of thing. I mean, I don't know how to play Demon Souls. I mean, I've been playing Demon Souls, but I've gotten nowhere in it.
We'll just look up some guides and builds and no.
I don't like doing that. I like figuring out stuff on my own. Yeah. And there's the cat again. But whenever we stream next, it will be something. But
Yes.
not right now. Right now, I'm on break.
It's like
I've got to.
after midnight.
Yeah.
Almost 1 o'clock.
And I mean, there's other stuff I need to work on, honestly.
Yeah.
That cat is being very annoying. So I better let her in. But first,
Work on those sign-offs. Come on.
I'm going to do it in a moment. Don't you pressure me! You and your pressure! Thank you absolutely everyone for watching. Remember, RCFS and out. And thank you for joining me for this Insanity Vic. And we will see you guys next time.
Good night, everybody.